Okay, we are going to talk about linear speed today, linear speed and angular speed. The linear speed, as I'm sure you're familiar, I didn't change let me see, just a second, Shabab. Let me share the screen. All right. Did you get it on your screen, Shabab, now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. A basic definition of a speed is we are going to divide the distance by the time that we cover that distance. Of course, distance, Shabab, is exactly the same as the arc length of the tire of your car, because as you move, the distance is covered by the rotation of your tire. Of course, each rotation will will have certain the arc length depending on the radius of the tire. So basically, we just need to understand that whenever we talk about the distance, we are talking about the arc length of the tire, or arc length of the circle, or arc length of the bicycle tire, whatever. And when you divide it by time, so that will give you the speed, of course. I'm sure you are already familiar with this distance divided by time. So the distance, we will calculate it as the arc length, of course. So arc length is radius multiplied by theta, right? Radius times theta is the arc length. Now, the linear speed is the ratio of the distance and the time, but the angular speed is the ratio of the angle and the time. Of course, it depends on the speed. Your car tire is gonna rotate faster or slower, right? If you rotate fast, it generates a lot of radians, right? Each rotation is 2 pi radians. Imagine how many rotations it makes in 1 second or in 1 minute, right? So it depends on the speed of the rotation. That's gonna give you so much the radians in 1 second or in 1 minute. So we are going to calculate total angle and divide by time. It will give you the theta divided by time. We are going to call it omega. That means the angular speed or rotational speed of the tire, of anything rotating, actually. All right. So that is the Shabab famous angular speed. Angle divided by time. Huh, Shabab? Angle divided by time.
Doctor?
Yes, please.
What does the time stand for?
Time is 1 hour, 3 hours.
I know, but when we solve a
10
question,
seconds.
is the time will be given, or we find it from a graph or something?
Yeah, let's see. We will have the
Examples?
clear examples about that.
Okay.
So, okay, let's just
So,
don't forget these important formulas, Shabab. The omega is angular speed, the total angle divided by time, and the linear speed is s, yani arc length divided by time. And if you replace arc length with r times theta, Shabab, and now just notice theta divided by t is already omega, right? Angular speed. So looks like the linear speed is the same as radius multiplied by the omega of the tire. Radius of the tire multiplied by the rotational speed of the tire is going to give you the speed of your car, basically. Speed of your car, linear speed. So that is also quite famous. Linear speed is equal to r times, omega. So we should just keep in mind. Okay, let's see. Shabab, something is rotating, right? Something is rotating. Well, it is not pretty fast, actually. It is a slow rotation. So how do you describe the rotation now? You see, angular speed, pi over 18 radian per second. In 1 second, it generates pi over 18 radian. That is how we describe the rotational speed, angular speed. So find the angle generated by point in 6 seconds. So what shall I do? What do you think?
We use the angular speed formula.
So angular speed I am giving you, it is generating pi over 18 radian in 1 second.
Yes.
This is the angular speed. So find the angle generated in 6 seconds. So what shall I do?
Pi over 18 equals theta over 6.
We
Is
just
it?
multiply by 6.
Yeah, just multiply by 6. So pi over 18. Pi over 18 in 1 second. How about in 6 seconds? So what do we do? Multiply by 6, right? So which is equal to, Shabab, pi over 3. It generates pi over 3 radians in 6 seconds. Because it generates pi over 18 radian per second, 1 second. In 6 seconds, you just need to multiply by 6, right? That much simple. So multiplying the angular speed with 6 will give you pi over 3 in 6 seconds. Okay. Find it.
Sorry, which law that we used?
In 1 second, you see, in 1 second, pi over 18. How about 6 seconds? So what do you think?
Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
do we need a special law or canon, right? It's a simple logic, right? If
Yeah.
one apple is 2 real, how about 6 apples? So what do you do, Shabab? You multiply by 6, like that. Now, find the distance traveled by this point. So when they say find the distance, we are talking
Linear,
about the arc length. Arc length, distance. So arc length is a radius multiplied by theta. All right. So radius is given 10 centimeter. And the theta in 6 seconds, how much is theta? Who's going to tell me?
pi over 3.
So after 6 seconds, we will have pi over 3 radians. So if the angle is pi over 3 and the radius is 10, so what is the length of the arc, right, Shabab? The distance traveled by point, yani point is going on the arc, right, Shabab? So basically, the answer is 10 pi divided by 3 centimeter. Okay, now make sure, Shabab, you are understanding this basic logic, Shabab. Please ask me anything confusing you. All right?
Doctor,
Yes.
we can solve it by saying V equals S over T. Pi over 18 equals S over 6, right?
V is equal to R times omega.
Yes. But I mean,
Yes.
we can solve it in the linear speed equation, right?
The linear speed equation, well, you don't have a linear speed. First, you need to calculate the linear speed. You know. So let me write it again for you. So linear speed, Shabab, linear speed is equal to R times omega.
Yes. Over T. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So you just need to find the linear speed. After you find the linear speed, you just use the linear speed to find the distance, and it's gonna be a little bit more complicated than basic.
Yes, yes.
Basic, you know,
And
this arc length, you know, yeah. Of course, we can go that way. All right.
we use
Next,
this way because
yeah.
we already have the radius and we have the omega. The
Oh,
theta.
we have, yes, we have theta. Theta in 6 seconds is pi over 3. I have
Yes.
r and I have theta, so I just need to multiply r and theta.
And the arc. Okay, it's clear now.
Yes. Now the C, find the linear speed of point centimeters per second. Now let's find the linear speed now. Linear speed is equal to
It's equal to
r
times.
times omega.
Yes.
You see? Or S, yani distance divided by time, right?
Yes.
Whichever you like it, okay? Let's use r times omega. Well, do I know r, Shabab?
Yes.
10.
Centimeter.
Do I know omega?
Yes. Pi over 18.
Pi over 18. And خلاص.
Because he said per second.
Yes. خلاص. 10 yani you can simplify 5 pi over 9, صح? And
Yes.
if you want to use S divided by time, well, the S is 10 pi over 3, 10 pi over 3. This is the distance, right? We calculate it here, 10 pi over 3. And what is the time, Shabab? In 6 seconds, right?
1.
In 6 seconds. So it is traveling in 6 seconds, 10 pi over 3 centimeters. Right, Shabab? 6 seconds.
They didn't say per second in the part C.
Yeah. So when you simplify, Shabab, this will give you also 10 pi over 18, right?
Why didn't we use the 1 second part C? Why did we use 6?
So, Shabab, in 6 seconds, it makes 10 pi over 3, right? In 6 seconds, masafa is 10 pi over 3. So you are dividing the distance by the time. So it goes 10 pi over 3 centimeter in 6 seconds. So you need to divide distance by time. All right? So when you go 300 kilometers in 3 hours, so what is your speed? Like that, yeah.
Can you repeat it, doctor?
If you go 300 kilometers in 3 hours, so what is your speed, Shabab?
100
So what did you do, Shabab?
divided.
Divide by 3 hours. Like this. So it goes 10 pi over 3 centimeter in 6 seconds. So what shall I do, Shabab? Divide the 10 pi over 3 by 6 seconds to find the speed in per second, right? So you have two ways. Either you use S over T or R times omega will give you the same result. You see, Shabab? All right. Now we have a pulley and belt questions, Shabab, famous questions. A belt is running a pulley, of course, and the radius of pulley is 6 centimeter. And suppose it is rotating 80 revolution per minute. 80 revolution per minute. So this is something you should understand. What does it mean? 80 revolution per minute.
Speed.
Eyvah. This is rotation speed, right, Shabab? Yani angular speed. Let's find the angular speed, Shabab. Omega is equal to the angle. Well, if you rotate 80 times, how much angle do you generate?
160 pi.
Exactly. 80 times 2 pi, right? 80 times 2 pi. This is this much radian per second, they say. Per second, well, this is per minute. So per minute means 60 seconds, right, Shabab? 80 revolution per minute. So question is saying find in per second. So that means I need to change minute to second, huh? All right. So which is equal to, Shabab, what after you simplify, right? So these 2 and 6 will simplify, we'll get 3 here. So it is 8 pi over 3 the radian per second. So this pulley is rotating. So let me choose the red one. So it looks like we are just talking about this this pulley here, Shabab. So radius is how much? 6 centimeter. Large pulley is it is quite larger than the small one, of course. But our question is about the smaller pulley. What do you think? A larger pulley is going to rotate faster or slower?
The small pulley is faster.
Yeah, the larger is going to rotate slower, right, Shabab? Yes. Now, the angular speed of the smaller the pulley is 8 pi over 3 radian per second. Find the linear speed of the belt in centimeter per second. Yeah, linear speed of the belt. Of course, rotation speed, linear speed is equal to, you need to multiply radius of the pulley and the omega of the pulley shaft. It will give you the linear speed. So which is what? Which is or R is 6 centimeter and the omega is 8 pi over 3 radian per second. So it will give you, Shabab, 16 times pi centimeter per second.
Yes.
Yani Shabab, what is the linear speed of the belt is the same as, imagine if this little pulley is a tire of your car, you know, suppose this is your tire of your car. So if I ask you what is your car speed, so your car speed is 16 pi centimeter per second. Just like that, Shabab. So every rotation, if something is rotating, so we have two speeds. One is linear speed, yani going, right, Shabab? Another is angle speed, yani angular speed.
Doctor,
Yes, Shabab?
the second question, why we multiply by 2 pi?
In the second question,
Yes. Not
yani
second,
B,
the
A. You are
Sorry,
talking
yes.
about A. So you need to
Yes.
understand what is revolution means, Shabab.
Revolution, the one turn, I think, right?
Yeah, what is one term, Shabab?
360.
One term is 2 pi, right? So
Yes.
we are not using degree here, Shabab. Forget about degrees, huh?
Yes.
So you just need to multiply 80 times revolution. 80 times revolution is 80 times 2 pi. Because you need to find the theta, Shabab, has a theta. If you rotate 80 times, you will have 160 pi, 160 pi. That is the theta. So you are dividing the theta by a time. Time is 1 minute, so that means it is 60 seconds. All right. Next. Again, we have a circle. In these times, we have a circle, which is a unit circle. And the point is, you know, rotating around the unit circle. Now we have two speeds here. One is rotation speed, which is angular speed. Another is linear speed, right? Now, here is the question. It is the angular speed, you know, angular speed is 1 radian per second. Omega is 1 radian per second. So how long will it take for the point to move around the circle 1 times?
We can use the angular speed formula. One radius per second equals to theta over the time.
Yes. So
And theta
the
is 2.
omega is equal to theta over time, right? So the if you like to rotate 1 time, you see, to move around the circle is to move 1 time, which is 2 pi, right?
Yes.
360.
Yeah, Shabab, you guys are still talking about 360, Shabab. 360 is the degree measure, Shabab. We are using radian measure, right? Please get used to this radian, huh? You got stuck with the degree still, huh? And divided by time. So this is 1, right, Shabab? So angular speed is 1. So 2 pi divided by t is 1. So then what is the time, Shabab? T is equal to 2 pi second. 2 pi second. I'm sure somebody will confuse. Teacher, 2 pi is 360. Why do you say second? Because this pi is something mysterious for him. He doesn't understand this pi is just a number. So 2 times pi is a number. So 2 times pi is second.
Doctor?
Yes.
Can't we convert the time to like 2 pi to 360 instead?
Yeah. Can somebody help me, Shabab? Did you understand your friend's question, Shabab?
No, I mean if the time is 2 pi, can't we just make it 360?
So 360 second, yani?
Yeah.
What can I say, Shabab?
2 pi is a number, not an angle.
Okay, hopefully when we continue, inshallah, things will get clear a little bit. Now point is again moving around the circle, which is unit circle, of course. And what is the speed of the point is 1 unit per second. This is a linear speed now. 1 unit, مثلا 1 centimeter, whatever. 1 centimeter per second. Okay, here is the speed of the point is 1 unit, 1 centimeter per second. It goes 1 centimeter in 1 second. How long will it take for the point to move around the entire circle? Entire circle, what is the length of entire circle, Shabab? 2 pi unit, right? 2 pi centimeter, because the r is 1, so 2 pi r is 2 pi centimeter. So Shabab, the distance, yani s, is 2 pi centimeter, Shabab. Around the circle is the distance, the length, masafa is 2 pi centimeter. Now, the linear speed is 1 centimeter per second. Masafa is 2 pi centimeter. So what is the time, Shabab?
2 pi centimeter per 2 pi second.
So V is equal to S ala T. So this should be 1 because linear speed is 1. S is 2 pi ala T is equal to 1. Now T is 2 times pi, which is 3.14. You know, pi is a 3.14, a number. So which is 2 pi second. Approximately is 6.28 second. Let me, maybe I should write it. 6.28 second.
Doctor?
Yes.
We found out that this is a linear equation from the graph, from the point P, that it's an arc.
Linear.
Because it's similar to the last question.
Yeah, it is similar. Now they are telling you linear speed. In the other question, they are telling you angular speed. So angular speed was 1 radian per second. Angular speed. In this case, linear
unit.
speed is 1 unit. Yani unit is maybe meter, maybe centimeter, whatever. So 1 centimeter per second mesela.
Because we have the radius in the equation. That's why it's 1 unit per
Yeah,
second.
R is 1, right? Yes. Unit circle. Unit circle means R is equal to 1. Exactly. Very good. Very good, sir. Well, here is a bicycle moving, Shabab. Quite typical questions in our exams. A tire of a bicycle have radius 40 centimeter. Well, let's see the radius is 40 centimeter. Yani, Shabab, here is the radius, right, Shabab? Radius of the tire is 40 centimeter. And turning, rotating at the rate of 250 revolution per minute. 215 rotation per minute. What does it mean, Shabab?
215 turns per minute. So it's omega.
Omega, perfectly. Huh? So it is omega equals to, Shabab, yani angular speed of the tire, right? 215 and times 2 pi per minute. This radian per minute. So this is the angular speed. Yani how much about? Oops, my screen is sometimes getting confused, I guess. So
430 pi.
430 times pi. Radian per minute, Shabab. Radian per minute. If the question wants you to switch to per second, then you need to change the minute to second. Instead of minute, you can write 60 seconds, so you can simplify, right, Shabab? But I didn't change minute to second because look at the question, Shabab. What is bicycle traveling kilometer per hour? So we should not go to second. We need to go up the, per hour, sir. So, yani they are asking linear speed, huh, Shabab?
Yes.
Linear speed is a radius of the tire multiplied by omega of the tire. So radius is 40, Shabab, and multiplied by 430 pi. Of course, that will give you centimeter per minute. Centimeter per minute. What happened to radian? Radian is gone. There was radian here. Now there is only centimeter per minute, Shabab. Are you guys discussing these things with your physics teacher? You guys are learning how to units, dealing with units, huh?
Yes.
Okay, the linear speed is centimeter per minute. We do not have radian for the linear speed, huh? Okay, but this is centimeter per minute. We need to switch to kilometer per hour. Does anybody know what is centimeter, Shabab? In terms of kilometer?
10 to the power -5, I think.
So kilometer divided by 100,000 شباب. Kilometer divided by 100,000 will be centimeter. Okay. How about minute شباب? Minute is hour over 60, right شباب? Hour over 60 is the minute. خلاص. Let's put those things there شباب. So now the linear speed linear speed is equal to 40 times 430 pi. And now when you divide it, شباب, kilometers over 100,000 divided by hour over 60, so you will get a 60 up here divided by 100,000 kilometer per hour. So centimeter per minute becomes kilometer per hour after you simplify شباب. I hope you guys are okay. How did I do that? Huh? Is it clear for everybody? Just dividing two fractions. Do we remember dividing two fractions from Math 001 شباب? All right. Looks like everybody remembers. Okay. Now let's simplify شباب. 1 0 is gone here. Another 0 is simplified. Another 0 is simplified, right? Now we have 4 here. I will simplify 4 with 100, so you will get 25 here. Now what is left? We have 43 pi multiplied by 6 divided by 25. So can somebody multiply 43 and 6 شباب?
$258.
258 pi
Yes.
pi divided by 25 kilometer per hour. 258 times pi divided by 25. Well, we can look at approximately how much. So let me multiply 258 multiplied by pi. Pi is 180, right, Shabab? Pi is 180 degree, right, Shabab?
Yes.
Yes, right.
Yes, I should multiply by 180 degree.
No, by 3.14.
So it is 3.14, which is 810.12 divided by 25. So it will give you approximately 32.4. 32.4 kilometer per hour. Yeah, it is, normal for a bicycle, right? 32.4 kilometer per hour.
Doctor, do we need to convert it to number? Or it's okay to write it as 258 over pi over 25?
Of course, I mean, you're not supposed to use calculator in exam, Shabab. In exam, you got the answer. Khalas, this is the answer. This is approximation. If somebody likes to see how much really speed, 32.4 kilometers approximately.
Okay.
Now imagine, Shabab, this is a only 5-minute question in the exam. You need to finish this in 5 minutes. And if I ask this question in the quiz, I'm sure you're gonna ask me to give you 30 minutes to solve this question, Shabab. You understand? So please just understand the reality and understand what will happen in the exam. So in the quiz, I'm giving you a 10 minutes instead of 5 minutes. And some students are complaining, teacher, we didn't have time to upload. We cannot upload on time. Of course, if you cannot solve a 5 minutes question in 10 minutes, you have no time, of course. So I'm wondering, what are you going to do in the exam, Shabab? You have just 5 minutes. Okay? So understand, Shabab, what will happen in the exam. Okay? Be careful, Shabab. Next. Well, looks like we see some the machine. It's the elevator lifter, Shabab, This is a machine which is lifting the elevator. So you see the pulley here, right? That is the pulley of the machine. So as the pulley rotates, it will just pull the elevator up or down, okay? So this is called the pulley. A pulley has radius 40 centimeter. Okay. So let me mark it here. So the radius is 40 centimeters, Shabab. Maybe I should use a different color here. So let's see, Shabab, radius is 40 centimeters, Shabab. Okay. Now suppose it takes, now understand the sentence properly. Suppose it takes 18 seconds for 56 centimeter of belt to go around the pulley. So belt is gonna be around the pulley. Yani it will be an arc. Yani arc length. So belt will be arc. How much is the length of the belt? 56 centimeter belt will be arc. So how much does it take? It takes 18 seconds. I know the distance is the 56 centimeter, and the time is 18 seconds. I know the distance. I know the time. What shall I do? Anybody has an idea?
Divide.
So if I divide the arc length, yani S, by the time, it will give you the linear speed, of course. So arc length is 56 centimeter. Divided by T is 18 seconds. Okay. So result is, Shabab, divide by 2, I guess, 28 over 9 centimeter per second. So that is the linear speed of the belt. This is how fast is belt moving up. Yani this is how fast the elevator is going up, linear speed of the elevator going up. Because if you make, belt around the pulley, that means you are pulling the elevator up, right, Shabab? Yeah. In the B, find the angular speed of the pulley. Angular speed of the pulley in radians per second.
Can we divide the linear speed by 40, the radius?
Yeah. You see, V is R times omega. صح شباب?
Yes.
Okay. Do I know the V? Yes, I got the V. I know the V. Do I know the radius شباب?
Yes.
Okay. So 28 على 9 is equal to 40
40 times
times
me.
omega. Eyvah. Then I can find the omega. Omega is equal to, angular speed is equal to, when you simplify, 28 على 40 times 9, 40 times 9, so it will be
7
4,
over 90, I think.
7 over كم شباب؟
90.
90. So 7 over 90 radian per second.
Second, yes.
Radian per second. So that is the how fast it rotates. It generates 7 ala 90 radian. It's very small. 7 ala 90 is very small radian per second. Yeah, of course, elevator is going slowly actually. So this pulley is rotating slowly. All right. What is next, Shabab? Now, two pulleys are rotating, or two chains are rotating by the, this chain belt, actually. And we have 15 centimeter for the larger one, 8 centimeter for the small one, radius. And, okay, let me just find R1. Maybe R1 is equal to 8 centimeter. And here R2 is equal to 15 centimeter. Right? The larger pulley rotating 25 times in 36 seconds. What shall I understand from this sentence? You have to understand the information, Shabab. What does it mean? 25 times in 36 seconds. What does it give you?
Speed.
Omega.
Omega. Omega. So the omega of the larger one. Let me say omega 2. Omega 2 of the larger gear. Okay. So what shall I write, Shabab? Omega 2 is equal to
25 times 2 pi.
25 times 2 pi is 50 pi.
Yes, over 36.
Over 36. Perfect. This is radian per second. Let's simplify, Shabab. Divide by 2. 25
Over 18, I think.
على 18 radian per second. أيوة. Find the angular speed of each pulley. Well, I found already angular speed of the large pulley. I can find the angular speed of the smaller pulley by this famous connection. Remember? R1 theta 1 equals R2 theta 2. Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
This is famous one. Now I can use it for omega. R1 times omega 1 is equal to R2 times omega 2. Because omega is the angle, yani angle per second, right? I'm replacing a theta with angular speed. So the formula will be, still, valid. R1 omega 1 equal R2 omega 2. Well, I know the R1 is 8. R1 times omega 1 is equal to R2 is 15
times
times
25/8.
25 pi over 18. Now I just need omega 1. So omega 1 is equal to, well, let me simplify. 15 and 8 divided by 3, so it is 5. 5 times 25 is 125 pi divided by 6, right? So the omega 1 will be 125 pi divided by 6 times 8 is 48 radian per second. So it is faster than the larger gear, of course, Shabab. 125 pi over 48 is the much larger than, much faster than 25 pi over 18.
Doctor,
Yes.
can I say, for example, 15 corresponding to 25 pi over 18 and 8 equal or corresponding to x, then do the scissor method?
Yeah, this is what we do, yani scissor method.
Yes.
Yani 15 for the 28 pi over 18, 25. And how about for 8, what is the x, huh, Shabab? You want to make a makas like this?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Exactly, yes. This is the makas technique. Shabab, I'm just going to call this section finished. I guess we did a quite good number of exercise. We have so many more problems to solve, Shabab. You see an interesting bike, 2 different sizes of the wheels. Well, hundreds of questions, Shabab. So it is for you to practice, inshallah.
Thank you, Doctor.
I'll see you guys, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. See you next class.
عفوا شباب.
Thank you, Doctor.
أهلا شباب.
Thank you,
Doctor,
Doctor.
عفوا شباب. Yes, تفضل.
Yes, I have a general question.
Yeah.
This semester will not be midterm, major exams, right? Only mid and final.
Well, whatever department sent, Shabab, that is the only thing I know. So I don't know if they change or if they are going to change anything later on. But whatever the email you received from coordinator, you just need to, follow that regulation. So yeah.
شكرا دكتور.
عفوا شباب. I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.